Okay, and let me share my screen here. Hello, everyone. The topic that I'm going to share with all of you is the part two of the first topic that I've already shared last time that we had our fellowship. But before I shared with you the subject that I'm going to discuss with you today, let me first read to you a good story. One Sunday morning, the congregation of a ritzy church had a stir. A man came in just minutes before the service was to begin. He was dressed horribly in boots, dirty overalls, a flannel, a flannel shirt, and a cowboy hat. The congregation was aghast, buzzing with concern. At the end of the service, the, the minister greeted the humbly dressed man and asked him if he enjoyed the service. The man said that he enjoyed it very much. The minister then asked the man to consider dressing differently and told him to pray to Jesus about how he would have him dress if he came back to the church the following Sunday. The next week, the man returned. He was dressed the same, and once again, the congregation was disturbed. At the end of the service, the minister greeted the man and asked him what Jesus had said concerning his church attire. The man replied, I spoke with Jesus about this, but he said he didn't know how I should dress for this church because he's never been here before. Well, brothers and sisters, it's not how you dress your body, it's how you dress your heart. It's important that we have this good heart and a burning desire to always do the things that God has called us to do. Actually, the topic that I'm going to share with you is the next letter after the letter P of the word proleptic. How to have a proleptic New Year, part 2. Proleptic. Let us now proceed to the letter R, the second letter from the word proleptic. It stands for the word rekindle. We need to rekindle our enthusiasm. What is enthusiasm? Here's the etymology of the word. The Greek is en theos, enthos, meaning inspired, or enthusiasm, meaning to be possessed by a god. Greek enthusiasmus, and in Latin, it's enthusiasmus. In English, it's enthusiasm. It is an intensity of feeling, excitement, interest, or eagerness, something in which one is keenly interested. Let us read the advice of Paul to Timothy and in different translations. Therefore, I remind you to rekindle the gift of God that is in you through the laying on of my hands. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound judgment. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verses 6 and 7, Holman Bible. For this being so, I want to remind you to steer into flame the strength and boldness that is in you, that entered into you when I lay my hand upon your head and blessed you. For the Holy Spirit, God's gift, does not want you to be afraid of people, but to be wise and strong, and to love them and enjoy being with them. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verses 6 and 7, Living Bible. For this reason, I remind you to fan into flame the gift of God which is in you through the laying on of my hands. For God gave us the Spirit, not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. 2 Timothy chapter 6, verses 6 and 7. Chapter 1, verses 6 and 7, ESV. Observation. At the time of his ordination, Timothy received the gift of the Spirit to enable him to serve the church. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 14. In telling Timothy to steer the gift into flame, Paul was encouraging him to persevere. Sometimes there are instances that our life fades away, our fire, our fire fades away because of many difficulties that we face as we continue to do the will of God. The practical significance of enthusiasm. If there is a fire that is so significant and can consume all the hurdles and hindrances that hinder you from achieving your goals and visions, it is enthusiasm within yourself. According to Gandhi, strength does not come from the physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Enthusiasm is one of the most powerful engines of success. When you do a thing, do it with all your might, put your whole soul into it, according to Ralph Waldo Emerson. It is impossible, really, brothers and sisters, for anyone who has no enthusiasm to command thousands of troops. Let me cite an example to you. It took Napoleon Bonaparte only 2 months to prepare for battle, while others probably would take a year. The difference was due to his incomparable enthusiasm. The defeated Austrians were stunned and had to praise the enemies who was crossed the Alps. They are not human beings, but flying animals. In an expedition to Italy, Napoleon won 6 battles in only 15 days, captured 21 flanks, 55 cannons, captured 1,500 people, and occupied Piedmont. After Napoleon's dramatic success, an Austrian general angrily said, "This young commander knows nothing about the art of war. He is totally against the art of war and willing to do anything for victory." But it was with such enthusiasm that Napoleon's soldiers followed their commander from victory to victory with such passion that they did not understand what defeat was. The enthusiasm, really a big thing. Enthusiasm gives people a great light, brothers and sisters. And enthusiasm can eliminate many difficulties and problems in progress. According to Henry Ford, you can do anything if you have enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the yeast that makes your hopes rise to the stars. Enthusiasm is the spark in your eye, the swing in your gait, the grip of your hand, the irresistible surge of your will, and your energy to execute your ideas. Enthusiasts are fighters. They have fortitude and have strong qualities. Enthusiasm is at the bottom of all progress. With it, there are accomplishments. Without it, there are only alibis. Most failures actually come from people who have the habit of making excuses. When you are good at making excuses, it's hard to excel at anything else. Proverbs says, all hard work brings a profit, but more thought leads only to poverty. Don't make excuses, make progress. Be enthusiastic. Let us hear Michael Jordan's confession. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. Almost three, I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I have failed over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player ever. There may be many reasons for failure, but not a single excuse. Never let a challenge become an alibi. You have a choice. Let the obstacle be an alibi, or let it be an opportunity. No alibi will ever support your purpose in life. The person who has the enthusiasm to do something finds a way. The others find an excuse. If you ask a person who has failed in life, you'll be told that success is a matter of luck. Don't buy that alibi. Enthusiasm takes you where talent alone can. According to John Mason, you can deliver the goods if your heart is heavier than the load. Let me share one good example of this. Zacchaeus is a man who is wealthy, but short when it comes to his height. He desired to see who Jesus was. His enthusiasm inspired him to go beyond his weaknesses. His first attempt to see Jesus didn't work out because of his height. But he didn't give up. And he had a plan B. And that was to run ahead of Jesus and then climb a sycamore fig tree. And he succeeded. Jesus saw him and went into his house. Enthusiasms, brothers and sisters, help a person not to give up easily on its desire to accomplish. Enthusiasm helps a person to be creative. It's not talent alone. We need enthusiasm. According to Charles Kingsley, we act as though comfort and luxury were the chief requirements of life, when all that we need to make us happy is something to be enthusiastic about. Even if you are in your old age, can still be enthusiastic. One of the easiest ways to do this is to count your blessings. Do this instead of thinking that your blessings don't count. Think excitement. Talk excitement, and you will become an excited person. Life will take you on a new zest with deeper interest and greater meaning. You can talk, think, and act yourself into enthusiasm or dullness and monotony or into unhappiness. By the same process, you can build up inspiration, excitement, and a surging depths of joy. May normal Vincent Pale. You can succeed at almost anything for which you have limitless enthusiasm. The world belongs to the enthusiastic. Your enthusiasm reflects your reserves, your unexploited resources, and perhaps your future output. Winston Churchill said, success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. You will never rise to great heights without joy and zeal. Papers reminded us no one keeps up his enthusiasm automatically. Enthusiasm must be nourished with new actions, new aspirations, new efforts, and a new vision. It's your fault if your enthusiasm is gone. you have failed to feed it. What's enthusiasm? Henry Chester answered, nothing more or less, but faith in action. Helen Keller said, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. The three elements for intentional enthusiasm. Let me share this with you. The first one is belief. Believe in God, His purpose, His word, and yourself. The second one is vision. Visualize what you want to accomplish. And the third one, gratitude. Be grateful along the way. What are the steps that we need to take to maintain our enthusiasm? Number one, think of the good result and benefits of all your efforts. Number two, focus on your goal. Number three, think that you have so much to offer the world. Why give it up? Number four, stop wasting your time and effort with that which cannot contribute to your success. Number five, never pay attention to any negative criticism, but choose the constructive one. All great ideas create conflict. In other words, what you want to do in life will create challenges and criticism. Decide today, I will not surrender my dream to noisy negatives. Whoever criticizes others to you will criticize you to others. If someone belittles you, he is only trying to cut you down to his size. While throwing the man, critics are simultaneously losing ground. You can always tell a failure by the way he criticizes success. Those who can do, those who can criticize. Sometimes those who complain about the way the ball bounces are usually the ones who dropped it. Sticks and stones are only thrown at fruit-bearing trees. If it were not for the doers, the critics would soon be out of business. Envy provides the man that failures throw at success. Can it put it in these words? A critic is a man who thinks he knows the way, but can't drive a car. The small minds are the first to condemn great ideas. If people talk negatively about you, live, and work so that no one will believe them. Fear of criticism is the kiss of death in the court of achievement. The only way to eliminate criticism is to do nothing and be nothing. If you are afraid of criticism, you won't accomplish much. A successful man can lay a firm foundation with the bricks that others throw at him. Number 6, remind yourself that it is always rewarding to do good. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. Let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. Do not give up. Number 7, your effort will always be matched by God. Jeremiah 17, verse 10. I, the Lord, search the heart and test the mind, to give every man according to his ways, according to the fruit of his deeds. Number 8, always look forward to the future. Let your eyes look directly forward and yet your gaze be straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet, then all your ways will be sure. Proverbs chapter 4, verses 25 and 26. Finally, always believe that God has called and chosen you to do the job that only you are the most qualified to do. My conclusion. Let us rekindle our enthusiasm, because enthusiasm is a superpower. It gives us the power to smile, to be happy, to be excited, to give compliments, to live our dreams, to be kind, to dance and sing, believe in things you never have believed, feel things you have never would have felt, attempt things you never attempted, accomplish things you never would have accomplished, meet people you otherwise would have not met, motivate people you never would have motivated. The last 2 verses that I want to inspire you to be always bearing in your mind is Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. This is the end of my presentation, brothers and sisters. God bless us all. Hoping that everyone enjoyed our topic today.
Edgardo.
Yeah, yes,
Hey,
Brother
well,
Jackson.
awesome share as usual, and the timing is perfect because after recovering from sickness, my natural enthusiasm has been returning, and this has just been really great to reflect on all the awesome quotes and all the wisdom there because yeah, now that I can easily restore my enthusiasm, I ought to do it with zeal. So I'm excited to assess my life in the new year and take a look at all the things to be excited about and zealous after. So thanks, brother.
You're welcome, Jackson. Thank you too. Yeah. Yes, Brother Dean.
Yeah, you had a lot of good quotes there, a lot of good points. I added a lot of things in my chat that goes along with what you said. Be around people that believe in you and encourage you. Do that to them. That's what we need. That is so important. Avoid the people that just want to put you down, that don't believe in you. Forget that. What you want to do is try to build them up too. But if they're going to tear you down, you need to get away from those people and get around people that are going to build you up, and you do the same. That's what we're called to do as Christians. We're called to encourage and help and bless everybody and see the good in them and try to bring that good out. If not, we haven't met our calling. So yeah, you had a lot of good points there.
Thank you very much, Dean. Yes, Josiah.
Yeah, it was really good. Most of you probably already know I'm in sales in the company. John was that he started with his brother, and one of the things talked about all the time in sales training is being enthusiastic, and not in a fake way, but in a genuine way. And there's so many things in life that enthusiasm plays into, but one of the main things is encouraging other people to adopt that as well around you. When you're enthusiastic, it just automatically makes people around you feel better and look on the bright side of things. And I just 2 months ago, not 2 months ago, only 1 month ago, I really didn't like my job at all. I saw it as a burden, as something I didn't want to do, but through learning how to be thankful and enthusiastic about the opportunities, it's the same exact job. I'm doing the same exact things, but I actually enjoy it now. And so it's so good to hear that from you, Edgardo, that just being encouraging and enthusiastic about being enthusiastic. It's super contagious. You and Jackson both are very contagious with your enthusiasm.
Thank you, Josiah. That's great. I have one quotation here in support to what Dean had said a while back. We should be lifting each other up and cheering each other on, not trying to outshine one another. The sky would be awfully dark with just one star.
Amen.
Anybody would like to say anything?
Yes,
Well,
Edgardo, the verse that you shared in Jeremiah, the Lord searches the heart, I test the mind, even to give to each man according to his ways. I mean, it's quite an amazing statement about God that He knows what is going on in our heart, not just outward, but what we are thinking, what we are contemplating in our mind. Um, and as you said, like if we have the right attitude, right enthusiasm also, of course, is uh, godly, way of living. I mean, not to be complaining and murmuring all the time. So as you said, like when we are that way, then God also kind of sees that and He will help us, and accomplish His will in our life. So I was really blessed by this verse in Jeremiah. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Thank you also, Rudy. You have a good insight there. Well, we would like to thank everyone for the patience to listen to the topic that we have. Those who are going to watch us on YouTube, we are encouraging you to keep on watching us, listen to us. And if you don't have any church to go to, we welcome you to be a part of our family here, the Allegiance of the King, and search us on our website and see us on our website and join us. I promise you, you can find a family here. God bless you all. Let me now stop the recording.